Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. As we kick off the holiday season, we have a very special show for you. Um, we have an abbreviated tweet cap, and then we're bringing back everybody's favorite podcast game show. We are doing Topic Thunder. Jose and Ryan are here. So great to see you guys. Short week for us. We're recording this on Monday of Thanksgiving. And then so we have two very quick stories, and then we are going to do the big game, Topic Thunder, and I'll explain the rules there. But we're going to see, we have a lot of risque questions. If you remember, I'm going to ask 20 risque questions, either answer or pass, and we're going to have a lot of fun with this. Ryan advanced to HD with this. Awesome stuff. So we're going to keep rocking and rolling, guys. But how are you doing to start it off? How is Ryan and Jose? How are Ryan and Jose?
Well, I'm in HD now, so I feel like the future, Matt. Future is finally here.
Well,
I'm
beautiful.
pretty excited to get to see Ryan's beautiful face.
Yes, and we have a lot of good stuff for you
In high
coming up.
definition, yeah.
So we are releasing this on Thursday instead of our usual Friday. So, for you to enjoy your Thanksgiving weekend. Hopefully you're listening Black Friday and you're long traveling and you have this Topic Thunder to listen to. But stay tuned for next Friday, December 1st. Won't say what, but we just have a surprise for you that you do not want to miss. You guys, I know both are very excited for that. Am I right?
Yes.
Absolutely. It's going to be a good one.
So we're going to kick off December right with a very special tweet cap. But for now, just want to do two very quick stories that have to be mentioned. One, Snoop Dogg announced on Monday after he said that he was no longer smoking weed. 3 days later, he wound up being part of a commercial, and it was all publicity stunt for a new smokeless stove. He got us, guys. How did we get bamboozled like that? Snoop Dogg is still smoking weed.
Is that really what it is?
We were. Yeah, it's like not even a stove. It's like a thing for like your patio. We were nervous. We were sending thoughts and prayers to Snoop and his family. We assumed he was sick, and that's why he was giving up smoking. And no, it turns out the only thing he's diagnosed with is secure in the bag. He got an endorsement from what Solo Stove is the name of the company. It's like not even like a stove for like cooking. It's like you put it on your porch or whatever. And like like those like fire tables that they have, it looked just like that, but no smoke. It was just
it was specific. It's like if you want for like roasting marshmallows and stuff,
right? Yeah, or just like you're sitting outside and it's kind of chilly out with your buddies or whatever. So yeah, he got everybody. I mean, everyone thought he was actually. In fairness, I reread what he said, and he never said weed ever.
I stopped.
He said, "I'm giving up the." I'm giving up the smoke. And we just because of Snoop Dogg, we all thought we knew what that meant because it's Snoop Dogg saying it. We're like, oh, he means smoking. Obviously, that's not what he meant. But kudos to the marketing team because they knew that was going to happen. The Solo Stove marketing team nailed this. Snoop Dogg obviously did very well too. But yeah, I do find it funny listening back to last weekend. Or last week's tweet cap when we were all very nervous for Snoop's health. Turns out, play it ourselves.
Jeez, I mean, it's brilliant. That's what you have to do. Lie to the public to, or no one. You're like you said, no one lied. You have to
mislead,
manipulate all that stuff to
Matt's
to get your
advice, lie to people.
I don't know. Some people might say that's the case.
We'll have to be careful not to have you selling merch, Matt. We'll have someone else be in charge of the merch because the sales plan will be let's lie.
Well, I'm not up for any marketing jobs right now, so
exactly.
We're just trying to help people out, but we're glad to know that Snoop Dogg is still smoking weed. Cannabis industry is going to be okay, and America's uncle will still rock and roll with it. And our next story, really quick. Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide. Me and Ryan, that was an iconic show in our childhood. Jose, you're a little older than us. Are you aware of Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide?
I don't know what the hell that is.
Well, Jose, let us teach you. Ned's Declassified was a show was a show where this guy Ned wrote like a journal of advice for middle schoolers on how to get through school, middle school specifically. And it really was a cultural phenomenon on Nickelodeon. The show lasted 3 seasons. It though we don't really see the people from Ned's Declassified in any movies or TV shows anymore, they still matter to us, right? And specifically, there were 3 people who starred in the show that everybody, me and Ryan's age, know and love. Devin Warkaiser was the title character. He was Ned Bigby. Lindsay Shaw was Jennifer Mose Mosley. And then we had Daniel Curtis Lee, who played Simon Cookie Nelson Cook. So Ned, Mose, and Cookie were the ultimate trio, and they mean a lot to people me and Ryan's age. So when you hear that they have a podcast, right, just like us, and they release shows every week, and it's a nice nostalgic podcast, and it takes back to memory lane. It was revealed that things got really frisky on set, and long story short, Ned and Mose, who they played best friends in the show, and then in the end they actually wind up together. Well, art imitated life, and it was revealed on the podcast that Mose and Ned got it on the set, and she specifically talked about when she gave Ned his first blowjob. And they talked about it, and people between the ages of 25 and between, let's say, 20 and 30 just melted in cringiness and just listen, I love podcasting. This is what we do. But even I know that TMI is still a thing on the podcasting platform. And reckon I know that, it's human nature. People like each other and stuff. But when you hear Mose say that, and, she said there is a soundbite for saying, I ran through the Ned's Declassified cast. It's
you are spreading disinformation. But
that's continue. What she says. She has. I'll get the soundbite. But
she
right
clarifies. Now. She clarifies literally right afterward. She's about holding someone's hand. Okay,
I know.
She clearly
but
didn't mean it the way you and you're twisting it.
But still, hearing that Ned and Mose got it on the set,
well, yeah.
It's just like
she did. Ooh. She admitted to that very clearly.
But why is that an issue?
Because it's just I don't want to know about that, Jose.
I mean,
and a lot of us don't.
It sounds interesting now. I might actually not listen to the podcast.
I mean, you probably get a kick out of it.
I mean, before that part, the whole blowjob part, I was kind of like, this is a stupid podcast. Now it got interesting.
I mean,
so. It started as a watch along podcast, but it's only 3 seasons, so they ran out of episodes. So now they've gotten into some deep cuts to keep the show going because they ran out of episodes, I believe. To be clear, I disagree with Matt. I had no problem with them saying this. I have no change in opinion on any of the people involved or the show. But also, you said we never saw any of them again. In what's her name? Christina Serratos, Susie Crabgrass.
Yes,
she was in The Walking Dead. So come on,
you said Susie Grabass?
Oh,
Susie Crabgrass.
Oh,
that was her name on the show.
No,
Crabgrass.
Okay. That's not.
She was the original crush. She was the original crush, love interest for the main character.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah. While all this was happening, off screen, as Matt was pointing out, he actually had a different love interest in the show, but for a while, and that was her. But she was on The Walking Dead, so we some people graduated from Ned's Declassified middle school and went on to bigger, more adult things.
Is she cute?
Susie Crabgrass was.
Oh yeah, everybody. She was really attractive. And Ned got friend zoned by her.
She was the crush. Yeah,
he was going for it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. Shoot for the moon, even if you miss.
But regardless, especially Ryan, is there anything you want to comment on this? It's just I'm not the only one who feels this way. I mean, I thought it was too much information.
Show you are.
But in the internet world and comments, people didn't want to know that Ned and Mose, even though human nature might point out, it probably happened anyways, and stuff like this happens on TV shows all the time. It's still like, oh, I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the childhood factor.
Well, yeah, they were like
And stuff.
15 or whatever, so that's probably not, not good to think about for too long as an adult. Also, Cookie, he's being wholesome. He's not saying anything. He's just sitting there letting everybody talk. I've actually heard them on another podcast that I listened to. The three of them went on, and they got Ned and Mose got very candid about
Oh
this sort
no.
of thing.
Really?
Not with each other, but with just in general. Talked about drugs, talked about things of that nature as well. And he never does. So I don't know if Cookie's just really the good kid, or what, or maybe he's the worst and he's like, listen, this is cute the way you two are doing it, but if I talk like this, a lot of people are getting added to a list. Who knows? I don't know. I'm just saying. I find it interesting that he doesn't ever participate. He just kind of sits there like all of us and listens and laughs and looks shocked. So that's very interesting. That's like the only thing I've noticed watching them do this kind of resurgence of their podcast cut from their show.
Well, you know what? As long as everybody was consenting, right? But yeah, I mean, you have to remember, even in your childhood shows that, people have lives and stuff, but oh well.
Actors are people too.
Now let's move on to Topic Thunder. All right, this is our third edition of Topic Thunder, our Risqué game show here on the Productive Conversations podcast. And if you need a reminder of what's going to happen, Ryan and Jose are going to battle it out, and I'm about to ask them 20 pretty fun questions, if you will. So let me explain. I'm going to ask two contestants, Ryan and Jose, 20 questions on various topics. Some of those questions, the topics are going to be lighthearted, some are personal, and some are going to be risque, to say the least. And so I'm going to ask them the question. We're going to coin flip who goes first and stuff. But basically what's going to happen, I have 20 questions listed, and we're having a big number wheel to decide which question I'm going to pick. If you do not want to answer a question, just use one of your passes. You get 3 passes during the game. The winner is determined by whoever makes it through 20 questions with the least amount of passes. If you use all of your passes and you pass on a third question, you're eliminated and the game's over. If there is a tie in terms of passes being used after 20 questions, I will add extra questions and we'll go back and forth until we have a winner. I don't know isn't an answer, and that counts as a pass. And you have 60 seconds to answer the question. And if you don't answer it in 60 seconds, that's a pass as well. You also cannot repeat an answer of another contestant. So we understand the rules and stuff. We understand what we're getting ourselves into, because we've had people play this game who didn't, and they complained when they made themselves look like a fool. So I just want to make sure that's clear as well. But it seems that we know what's going on. You guys have both played this before. Jose's won one. Ryan has been defeated. So we'll see if he makes the comeback. We have a lot of fun questions for this game. And let's do it, guys. If I don't have any questions, right? Anything, we're all good?
Let's get it started.
All right, let's get it started. The number wheel is set. First, Ryan, heads or tails?
Tails.
Heads or tails, Siri? All right, it's heads.
Right.
It's heads. So, Jose, you will go first. All right, here we go, guys. Topic Thunder 3, Ryan versus Jose. Let's do it, gentlemen. Here we go.
Tweet cap edition.
First one. That's right, tweet cap edition. All right, the number is, it's spinning. We're going to start with question number 20. All right. Question number 20. All right. Hey, this is a nice one. Okay. So question number 20 to start it off. Say an apology you want to give to somebody, past or present. Jose, you're first.
Who do you want to apologize?
To somebody.
Who would I apologize to?
That's the goods. All right, 60 seconds on the clock right now. Who do you want to say sorry to?
Oh, I got one. I like to apologize to her name's Amanda. She wanted to try rough sex, and I tied her up too tight that I actually broke the back of her bedstand. And I kept saying that wasn't my fault. Now thinking back at it, I was probably a little too rough on her. So I like to apologize. So when she hears this, she probably is gonna hear it. You got your apology from the whole world. So I'm sorry.
All right, Amanda. We hope you forgive Jose, Amanda. Ryan, is there anybody you want to apologize to?
Sure. So I'll apologize to my brother. Long time ago, not too long ago, in college. I had people over, we had drinks, and we were bad at cleaning up. My parents were disappointed and upset that we took their drinks since everybody was underage. I just said it was Colin, my brother. It was believable. He had done it before, and I had
God,
not.
dude.
And that was
You
that.
ratted on him?
No one got in trouble. No one got in trouble. Oh no, I didn't say it was Colin.
Oh.
I was just like, I don't know. It's probably Colin. Like I just kind of been like, I have no idea what's happening, but you have someone else lives here and they've done this before. You know what I mean? Like I put like 2 and 2 in front of my parents and asked them to get to 4, if that makes
Oh yeah,
sense.
it's like
So
if the cop says it's like if the cop stopped you and you're like, it's not me, but you're pointing at him. It's
right, yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't know. It
Jeez.
wasn't me, and there's someone else here who's done this before. I wonder what happened. You know what I mean? But it was me, and so I won't say who else was there, but there were other people there, and I never mentioned that either. So yeah, apology to Colin. I mean, I could apologize to my brother for a gazillion things. He could apologize probably for twice that. So I don't think it's a huge deal. No one got in trouble, but still wasn't right not to take my punishment or take my disappointment, pushing it off on somebody else. So there you go.
How wholesome. I want to apologize, even though I'm not playing, but I want to apologize here to Carlos Borgia. Right, you remember Carlos Borgia?
I do.
So this
I'm
is
not
a true
expecting you
story.
to say their full name on the podcast, but all right.
So Carlos Borgia, in 7th grade, I think it was some language arts class, maybe English, writing, right? We had the most famous substitute teacher in Norwalk history, Miss Dickman. God rest her soul. She's probably not. She was really old back then. And there's a person behind me. So it was alphabetical order. My last name's Brown Borgia, so he's in front of me. Then I had this guy back there. We'll call him Joe. I won't use his real name. And he was getting. This is the 7th grade, so anything made me laugh. And he simply said to Miss Dickman, who was very elderly at the time, they were arguing, and she was like, I'm gonna put you in the old people home. I wouldn't laugh at that now, but 7th grade, I thought it was funny. You know, I'm like dying of laughter. She kicks him out of class, gives him a referral, and then she hears like in our direction somebody laughing, and she's like, "You think it's funny?" Pointing at Carlos. She's like, no, you get out of class too. You get a referral, and she wrote him up and everything.
Oh no!
I didn't say a third, and I genuinely felt bad. I got him sent to the office for laughing. I'm sorry, Carlos.
But it was you.
But yes.
Wow.
Please forgive me.
Been holding on to that for a while. 7th grade there.
Yeah,
I know. I noticed that they thought of the story right away. I hope you forgive me, Carlos, wherever you are. All right, let's do. All right, nobody passed, so let's do it. Here's the next question. All right, we're going with number 17. Number 17. Name the dumbest reason you heard of somebody getting an ick on somebody in real life. So whether it's you or somebody else, tell me the dumbest reason you heard somebody cutting someone off romantically. Ryan, we start with you. 60 seconds. Or lustfully, or you know, stuff like that. So Ryan,
start with an ick. So one person that I was talking to in college, and it's weird because this is not the first time I heard this. It's the first time I heard it from a woman though. Told me that she didn't like the sound of my voice, and that was it. We stopped talking to one another. I was trying to, you know, we're going on dates. We went on one. Didn't like my voice and cut me off, and I thought that was weird. I was like, voice, really? Not what I was saying, not how I was saying it, just the physical timbre of my voice. So Yeah, I thought that was a weird ick. Maybe you guys disagree, but I feel like the sound of somebody's voice is a weird one to just cut somebody off for. So yeah, there's that. And again, not the first time I heard that, which I thought was interesting. But that was the first time a woman had said it to me and then told me that we were not going to be talking anymore. So I think that works for ick. This was before ick was a term, but I think it counts.
That does count. Jose, your turn.
Repeat the question.
Name the dumbest reason you heard of somebody giving the ick, whether somebody gave it to you, or you heard a friend or somebody getting cut off and they don't want to hang out with them anymore.
Fine. That's fine. I got one. Her name is Shelly. She's from New Haven.
Shelly.
I don't give a crap about this girl, so I'm gonna put her on blast anyway. She ghosted me because I wouldn't let her go ask them off on me. So,
oh my goodness.
So to you, Shelly New Haven, if anybody's down, she dirty ass freak. I will give her, just hit up Matt and I will give her number to you if you don't mind going ask
No,
him
he
out,
won't.
but she a freak like that.
He will do no such thing. The productive conversations cannot be held liable for anything Jose does with this phone number.
Well, I'm just like, she ghosted me because I wouldn't let her go ask him out. I don't mind if you want to lick my ass, but I ain't letting you kiss me after. So yeah, so there you go. That's more of it.
Well, everybody's entitled to what they like and dislike, I guess.
How am I gonna get Jose to pass on any of these?
Oh, it's not happening. But.
These were tame, and he took them to the extreme. When we get to the risque ones, how am I gonna survive?
Don't give up. You never know, man. You never know. All right, let's do question 3. Here we go. Spin the wheel. All right, who's ready?
Ready. Jose's first this time.
Yeah. That's right. Hey, number 16. Okay, number 16, right? Jose and Ryan. Who is the worst teacher you've ever had, and why were they the worst?
That's easy. What's a team answer? His name was Mr. C, business class. So you can pretty much coast through the whole class, but the final project you had to do a freaking magazine on everything you learned. And if you don't hand in your magazine the day it's supposed to be handed in, you get an automatic F. Well, he wanted to be a douchebag because I didn't come in that morning, so I couldn't hand it in today. It was supposed to be handed in. You would think he'd be like, well, just bring it in next day. No, he gave me an F. So that douchebag, well, he dead now, but he's probably douchebag up in heaven. So that's what he gets.
Damn. Oh, okay. Ryan, who's the worst teacher you ever had?
So I hate doing this, and Matt knows I hate these questions, but it's too early, and I'm not going to pass because I do have a real answer, and it's always bothered me. I hate doing this. I don't like saying like hate, but I get that that's the question, right? And worst teacher. So Miss Ireland or Mrs. Ireland, whatever. I think she's married. Doesn't matter. Norwalk High School, pre-calc teacher. I was in her class for a little bit. I took a test, did pretty well. So cool, right? I'm not a big math guy. I'll admit that. But whatever, not a big math guy. Didn't matter. Those regular math class, I wasn't taking anything like crazy. Pre-calc was the one I was supposed to take. Then I started doing really poorly on the math tests. I was like, oh goodness. A friend of mine, his mom was a math teacher in Stanford. So I actually like went to their house, not to like hang out with him, but like to like study. I had like a tutor. And we studied for the test. We did all these things. I saw very little improvement. Finally, I went to my teacher and I was like, what's going on? Like, I did fine the first test and it's been horrible. And then she explained to me that the class is a curve. And so certain students are meant to fail and certain students are meant to exceed expectations, with the middle being passing for everybody else. So if the students who are supposed to fail don't, test was too easy. And obviously, if the students who are very talented at math do poorly, then the test was too hard. And so she explained it as first test was too easy because I passed. So her philosophy was that I was meant to fail this class in order for her to properly teach this class, which makes you a bad teacher. It makes you not very good at your job. And so, yeah, I left the class. I dropped it and took other math classes, statistics and other things. And I've done okay. I have a master's degree from Drexel University. So eat me. But
that's what you get. Yeah. That's what you get.
Yeah, Mrs. Ireland. I don't know if that's still her teaching philosophy. I don't know. I don't know what the deal was. She wasn't a new teacher, but she wasn't an old teacher. So maybe it was working out the kinks. I don't know. But as a pro tip, if your teaching philosophy is some students must fail, stop being a teacher. You're not very good at it.
Oh, talk about No Child Left Behind. Damn you.
I'm not saying you needed an A, system. But like, a C. If the lowest common denominator isn't a C in your class, that means you're not teaching very well.
That's right, loser teacher. Okay, let's go. Moving on. Next. The wheel is spinning.
I understand.
Okay, here we go. Question number 2. All right, question number 2. You guys ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it good to talk politics? Is it okay? Is it good for society to talk about politics?
Who's first? Me?
You are.
Yeah.
You are.
Well, the answer is no, but it should be. It's just not. So the answer is no. If you're asking for one answer, the answer is no. We as the people are not capable of doing that in any reasonable way anymore. So if you're trying to keep friends and reduce stress, the answer is no. Shouldn't be that way, but it is.
Yeah, I say no too. I would have to say yes, actually. So
you do, yeah, it's true. You do have to say yes because I said no.
Yes.
I gave you an answer though. I mean, you could just take what I said about how it should be and use it. I gave you both answers, really. But
all right. Repeat the question one more time, Matt, so I can spin this bad boy.
Is it a good thing to? Is it a good thing to talk politics?
Yes, because then I can hear it. I can hear you tell me your political views, and then so I can right after tell you to go fuck off because I really don't give two shits. So I guess yes.
I had to spin it into no by saying yes. That's a tough one, Matt, because it's like you have to pick the other answer. So whoever goes second has to figure out how, even if they don't agree, has to figure out how to sell something.
Well, I guess it's great. I mean, in a way, yes, because if I'm on Twitter and you're a Donald Trump supporter or whatever, I'm not. I'm ready, like in the back of my mind, oh, she a Trump supporter. She probably got like 3 handguns in the backseat of her car ready to go pop off. It's like I'm not gonna really try to talk shit with her.
It does tell you something. It does tell you something about people. That's true. There is a benefit, I suppose, but I think it's not worth the blood pressure.
Correct. It's like dating a girl that's a Trump supporter is like you're gonna shoot your load. It's not gonna be in the bedroom. It's gonna be at the shooting range. So I was like, all right.
True story, huh?
Kind of.
Don't
mind. I do love my Trump support. Y'all wild. Y'all some redneck white girls. I love y'all. So don't take that too personal now.
All right. Let's do the next question. All right, number 7. 3 years removed from the pandemic. Was the COVID pandemic handled properly by the United States? Jose, you're first.
Good question. No. The first when Donald Trump was running and we're all over the place. So you say no. I mean, comes to find out, it was bullshit in the begin with. Like, look at this. We're living through it right now, perfectly fine. I could have got laid so much during that time, and I stood at home for days on end. Why did you
say no? Why did you say no then? Why not just take yes so I could say no?
Too late. Well,
I know it's too late. I have to figure out how to say yes to this. Jose said no, and then immediately said it was.
Yes, it was badly.
You said yes.
It was badly simply because I couldn't get laid. I was stuck home for 90 days with Losheen and had to handle Pornhub all day.
Oh,
Thank you.
that's how you pass the time.
Got nothing else
So
to
I
do.
have to. So I have to say yes. And to say yes, I'll say that at the end, especially, we got the stimulus out. I think that helped a lot of people recover from spending their finances when they were home. A lot of folks not working. We improved unemployment for some folks, not everybody, but
This
some.
podcast is a result of a stimulus check.
Right, and so I think those were helpful, or at least they were needed. So I'm going to say yes. There's no blueprint for how to handle. I mean, there is, but stop. There's no blueprint for how to handle a health crisis like this, and so you can always armchair quarterback certain decisions after the fact, right? But at the time, we didn't know what was going on. We didn't know how it was going to end up. We didn't know how to stop it, really. On top of that, there was issues with supply chains because other countries also were dealing with this, and that impacted us in non-health ways, like economic ways and whatnot. So I think that with so much going on, we handled it as best we could. Were there mistakes made? Sure. But I think that ultimately, yes, we got people money when they needed it. We got vaccines made when we needed it. And, I've been pretty clear about my politics on this podcast before, but the previous administration did get the vaccine done very quickly. So I think that, yeah, that's how I'm going to say yes.
Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, this podcast is a result of it. So
COVID pod. Yeah.
Look at you, Ryan. You cared about all the fun facts, and all I gave a shit about was getting laid.
that's the dynamic right there. And well, we're one of the local
That's the
Norwalk
dynamic.
podcasts, probably the only one COVID podcast who actually survived and thriving. So get at us. Pitt.
None of us. I mean, are any of us still in Norwalk? You are, Matt, right?
Yeah.
I'm still in Norwalk.
Oh, okay, so it's just me.
All right, let's keep it going. All right, next topic, Thunder question. All right, no passes after 5 questions already. We like that. Here we go.
Going for that title, Matt.
Appreciate it. Do. All right, number 12. Name a time you farted and blamed it on someone else.
Oh, I mean, someone else, like a person.
Yeah, and they got in trouble for it or made fun of.
So not like my dog. That's so. That's tough. It's a tough one. I'm gonna answer, but that's a tough one because,
you could blame the dog. That's someone else.
Oh, I literally do that all the time. We'll be at dinner, and I'll just, I'll be like, "Oh, the dog did that. It's not the dog." Yeah, so I blame my dog frequently. I guess the most recent time would have probably been over the weekend, I'm sure. The thing is, I don't remember all of the times where, that's a weird thing to keep track of in your head, certainly after all those times.
Like,
but,
no
I'll go with the dog answer.
Fart stories that change you. What about you, Jose?
Nothing infamous, but the dog frequently.
That's real easy. It happened to me like 2 weeks ago on a date at the movies. I couldn't hold it in. I just let it out. A nice, quiet one, and I was like,
oh, no.
just went up to the homegirls like that dick behind, just let one rip, huh? But really, it was me the whole time.
Silent but deadly.
Yep. Blame the guy behind you, the poor bastard behind me.
Yeah, I remember taking an exam in college. Somebody farted during a midterm. No, it was I think a final. It's like, oh, embarrassing. Next. Here we go. Next question already. Here we go. No passes after 6 questions. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Number 9. Okay, number 9. Oh, boy. So this is how we're going to do it.
Uh-oh.
There's only 2 options. So this will be one where you can repeat. But this is a big question. Israel or Palestine? Whose side are you on? Jose, you go first. Oh, we might have
Honestly,
stumped him.
no. Do I have to pick one? Can I just pick like? Can I
No,
pick the
yeah,
third
you gotta pick
option
one.
and not give a shit? I
Well, you
don't
can use
care.
one
All
of
right,
your
go is.
passes if you want. If you don't, you can
I'll
use
go
one
with
of your passes.
Israel, because the Jewish girls are hot. That's my reason.
Oh man. All right, Ryan. What are you gonna say?
Pass.
Okay, we have our
You
first
had to know I
pass.
wasn't answering that question. You
Well,
had to know I wasn't answering that question. I was hoping.
Really?
I wish I had gone first, because if I had passed, I think he might have passed.
Nah, I would just said
I think.
Israel just for
I
the hell
think
of
you
it.
might have passed. No, I think you, because you still could. You could still end up beating me. You know what I mean? Like we could have stayed
Mm.
tied. I
I'll
think you
say
might have
one
passed if I
thing.
had gone
This
first.
this will not be a clip. There's no way they're gonna push this clip. So
Yeah, no, I figured that, but still not answering it. Not with a microphone in front of me. It's too complicated to do that. So I'm not going to take something hard and complicated and make it too simple to fit in a one-word
fair
answer.
enough.
Mm.
Okay, so Ryan has one pass after 7 questions now, and we will keep it going. Here we go. Ryan, you will go next. First next. All right, number 20. All right, we already did that one. Sorry. Next. The real number 8. 15. Who is the best teacher you ever had?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say from high school anyway.
Mr. Italy.
Not professor. No, Welsh, Ted Welsh, Mr. Welsh, history teacher. I wanted to say I was junior, no, sophomore or junior year. We were actually just talking about this, my wife and I, about like high school curriculum for first year classes and how they were different from where she's from and where I'm from, and all that stuff. And I remember like that class, it was American history, but it was cool because it was certainly more modern American history, like it was like Reconstruction era through the World War era into, I believe, the 80s. I think it went all the way into the Cold War. So it was like a really cool part of American history. I feel like in high school we kind of just teach like, here's when the country was founded, then we did a couple of wars, now it's today. So to kind of really dig deep into that era, which I think is a super fascinating time period, to like look at, was really cool, and he was a very good teacher. So I'll go with Mr. Welsh from North High, who my mom also had as a teacher. So he was at North High a long time.
I like it. I like it. Jose, best teacher you ever had, or do you want to pass?
No, I ain't passing. I know my favorite teacher off like top of my head. Her name was Miss Taylor. Had it for 5th grade, and then she came to ponies. She had a fat ass. She was like the total like.
I knew that was coming.
It was the one class I'd never skip. Yeah, I made sure I was always on time.
Where's Miss Taylor now?
God knows, but I knew I was into MILFs. She was like 40 at the
What did you
time, and
learn in Miss Taylor's class as the best teacher
God,
you've ever had?
God fucking knows. I just know I became a man. It was like one of those things you hear like kids getting uh messing with their teachers. I always would hope Miss Taylor will find me attractive enough to have that with me. That type
Oh
of
boy.
relationship.
What, 5th grade?
5th grade, I don't give a shit. Make me a man, Miss Taylor. I was hoping for you to make me a man. That's what I wanted to learn, how to be a
She
man.
was
What did
hoping
she
to
teach?
avoid prison.
She taught me her
Everything, right?
but
It's 5th grade, yeah.
yeah,
You
fifth
in fifth
grade.
grade, you just have one teacher.
5th grade, and then she went to Ponus and she was teaching language arts.
Unbelievable.
Okay,
But
so
You don't forget
Miss-
that. You don't forget those teacher crushes.
shout out to Miss Taylor. She's probably like 60 now, but I still smash that if she wanted
Oh, Jose.
it.
There's no, I mean, I know I passed already, but even if I hadn't, I can't. There's no way I was gonna end up winning.
I'm gonna be real. It's gonna be real hard because I'm an open book, and like these questions are like a breeze. I'm talking like what sex position you won't do, or like have you ever tried anal or anything like that. These questions are like super simple.
Hey man, you gotta watch. You gotta watch out. Israel and Palestine is pretty tough because you definitely
Yeah, I
just
thought so,
just
but
picked a
obviously
side.
not.
So
Yeah, you
you gotta
just flip. You could have flipped a coin. Your answer was pretty generic. It was you like the women of X. So any answer could
I was
have
like,
fit.
yeah, that's easy. But you know, like Pornhub is doing like the not Pornhub. What is it, like browser right now is doing that little fucking Palestine Jewish girls. They're all smoking hot.
Oh my
I don't
goodness.
know anything about that.
I don't even know
Oh,
that.
Genuinely have
oh.
no idea what you're talking about.
So I just picked the hot ones.
All right, let's spin the
Well, you know
wheel.
what? I guess so. I guess it's something. You got to come up with a reason. The championship's on the line, I suppose.
All right.
For the Undertaker streak.
Name a friend or ex-friend that disappointed you. Jose, you're first. Or let you down, and maybe they disappoint you so much that you're not friends again. Who has let you down?
Oh, his name is Jose Marquez.
You went
He
full
had
name.
What
this is because
did Jose do to you? The other Jose.
he is a total flake. Like you call this dude, he's like, I hate when you call some like you talk to him like, yeah, I'm gonna hit you up, blah blah blah, and he never hits you up. And like you try to be there for this dude or whatever, and then you just need one thing out of this dude, and he never helped. Like he doesn't do anything for you, and then you find out he has a drug problem, and it's like, you know what? I'm good. I had to cut it off and keep it moving. Hopefully he went to rehab. Hopefully he's found a nice girl or whatever and lived his life.
All right, Ryan, your turn.
All right. I'm not giving a last name, but I do have
Oh,
a
come
friend.
on now.
He's fine. You
Not
don't
do
have to give a
if,
last name.
if I gotta give last name,
You
that's
do have
fine,
to at least get
I
a
had a
first name,
friend.
though.
No, yeah, of course. I had a friend named Sam. If you are listening, and he might be, I don't know. Not angry, by the way. Not a cutoff thing, but a similar thing. A flake issue of not being present and not being there when they're supposed to be or when they said they would be. Lot going on. I get that. So I try to be understanding, but it was disappointing to say the least. The last time we talked and interacted. So if I'm going with the time I was disappointed, that would be the time, and that would be the person. But disappointments are fleeting. They're in the past now. The future doesn't need to be disappointing. So there's
Jose, what do you have to say to Sam?
Well, Matilda doesn't even know him.
That's what's funny.
He's just gonna insult a random person he's never met.
It's like,
Sam,
why would you?
stop being a biatch and just give Ryan a call.
Yeah.
And I get a chance to respond. Other Jose, I hope you're doing well.
Other Jose.
I hope that you've gotten the help you need, and if you haven't, I hope this is your sign to seek out that help and to start rebuilding bridges with the people in your life that care about you. See, we'll balance everything out. We'll have a little good and a little bad for everybody.
Good cop, bad cop. I get it.
All right, next question, number 23. Have you ever been caught in the act before, and who was it? And tell the story.
Which act?
Having sex with someone and somebody caught you, like, oh, whether your family or your landlord or whatever. Have you ever been caught? No,
I've never been caught. Sorry. I wish I had a more interesting story. Not necessarily for lack of trying, but there's been times when it could have happened for sure. It just never has.
Who was the closest to? Not
the closest.
Like,
I don't know if you want me to answer that, but
oh man, Jose.
What is that? Pass?
I didn't pass. I answered. The answer was no.
He's never been caught having sex.
I can't make one up.
Jose, have you been caught having sex?
Yes. Last time I got caught was in the Bronx in the backseat of my fucking SUV.
By
My
who?
name
Who
is
caught you?
some bums in the street looking for spare change. That's why I got tints in my car now. I don't have time for that.
Is
But
it really? That's
yeah, I
why
swear
you...
to God, it's her name Cynthia. It was a late night booty call, and we went behind this like freaking. By the way, Bronx sucks. Just putting it out there.
They have houses with beds in the Bronx, I
Huh?
believe. They have
I
houses and
ain't.
apartments
Nah,
and
she lived in
hotels.
an apartment like in some hooded area. I'm not gonna. All right, just bang
You
in the
don't want your
backseat of my
car there.
car, and
Huh?
yeah, just throw her out like when I'm done. But anyway, it was on like this long road, and like nobody was there. Whatever. Started getting it in, like started sucking. You know what? And we were like, let's just take this to the backseat of the car. Whatever. It's on top of her. Nobody was paying attention around us. I got a bum knocking on my window, asking for spare change and shit. That he needs to take the train or some shit. I ain't got no time for that. This girl's high. I just told him straight out, I got no change. I got a half naked girl over here. Can I finish, please? And he just apologized and went on
He
his merry way.
apologized.
No shame.
Swear to God.
That's funny. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't notice.
Only thing that kind of pissed me off was like I would have if I would have drove by and saw that dude, I would have if he let me at least homegirl got so spooked that I couldn't finish.
Well, I mean, understandable. I feel like that is a mood killer.
Well,
Maybe not for
that
you, but I could see it being a mood killer for other people.
definitely a mood killer. I had blue balls that day. Fuck.
Unbelievable. Well, goy.
What was that?
Whoa, that.
I
What
don't know.
was
I
that?
don't
Wait,
know. I was
we're
just
just gonna
trying to think
skip
of
past
something.
that. All right.
Oh,
Okay.
sorry that
Interesting.
these bums ruined your moment, Jose.
Interesting transition.
Yeah. All I heard was blue
All
balls. Like,
right.
going.
All right, we're halfway through. We have one pass from Ryan, so let us keep going. All right, here we go. Number 22. Okay. Can you name me your 5 most recent Google searches? Verbatim. Do you have that
Not verbatim, but I could give you roughly what they are.
roughly what they are? Name me your 5 most recent Google searches.
Jose is first, but I can do that. Yeah.
All right, Jose, you want to get that real quick?
Yeah.
And say them verbatim.
Ready?
Yes.
Missing hiker at Big Bend National Park.
Okay.
EDC Orlando.
Okay.
Spear. That the freaking thing in Vegas.
Oh, the
The
sphere.
Spear. Yes.
Mm.
Good lubes for anal sex.
Okay.
Oh.
Is there more?
The
There's
last
one more.
one. You sure? I mean,
Hey, as part of the question, are we gonna get a pass from Jose?
Oh, this is crazy
no,
if we do
I don't
this.
mind saying, but I mean, I don't want to get whatever. I don't care.
Here we go.
Just pass. Come on, just pass.
No, double penetration on a girl with a dildo.
All right, there we are. Not a pass. Decidedly not a pass.
Double penetration with the girl with the
Yeah, the
Okay.
side. Yeah, girl was like, would I do a double penetration with a dildo? And
We
I'm
almost
like,
got there.
how do we get that done? So that was my last one.
Almost got there. Ryan, what is your recent Google searches?
So I feel really bad for Jose because the reason I was so excited is because I just wrote an article for Last Word on Sports about about war games and Survivor Series. So they're almost all wrestling. They are Dusty Rhodes War Games, They are Io Sky Cash In. They are Randy Orton return, Randy Orton injury, and then I did one non-wrestling thing I looked up earlier today was I saw a clip of Matt Rife talking to Joe Rogan about these mermaids that he saw, like a mermaid video.
Oh yeah.
So I
I saw
did
it.
actually Google mermaid video Matt Rife. Joe Rogan, to try and see if I could get the full video. So those are the last 5 things that I Googled.
I just
Yeah,
listened to that a couple of days ago.
I'll share that. Mine was Nes Declassified, Snoop Dogg, Plead the Fifth Questions to get some inspiration. So from Andy Cohen,
Mhm.
The Number Wheel,
Had to find that number wheel.
and Georgia tight end Brock Bowers. He's supposed to be a big NFL draftee. Those are
I
my
also
thoughts.
skipped my work Gmail. I just went with personal, like on my phone.
Yeah, that's the
'cause
point.
I do Gmail at work. I have to look not Gmail, Google all the time, different things. So I just skipped those and went with the personal ones from my phone.
All right, let's get it. Keep it going, guys. Here we go. Next question. Number 21. Okay, name all the drugs you have done in your life.
I mean, I drink, so not a drug, but I do that. And I did have a brownie once. Didn't know it was a brownie at the time, though. So that's it. An edible, and I drink.
Okay. Very clean, very clean. Jose.
Yeah.
Weed, smoked weed, edibles, X, shrooms. I did dip in the acid one time, and I tried coke.
Okay.
Notice Matt didn't jump up to tell us. No,
Oh, nobody needs to know that. Next. But I'm just like any other person in this world. Next.
One edible and drink sometimes.
That's
No,
right.
just kidding. Continue.
Okay, this is actually a funny one because you. All right, so Jose, you're first. Here we go. Scream as loud as you can right now. Oh, come on.
I mean, maybe that's as loud as he can.
Okay, Jose, that's your right. Scream as loud as you can.
So how loud it was? So he was like, Jose was just like, ah. So I just gotta go, ah, like that. Boom.
Oh man,
I should get my point back for screaming louder than Jose.
I'll go louder. I'm in an empty school by myself. I can go real loud.
You'll probably get someone to call the police, but like they're screaming from the school.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Okay. I thought that was gonna be funnier, but oh well.
I mean, what did you want us to do?
Just scream really loud, and somebody
that was
it
pretty
goes
loud.
like, "What the hell's the matter with you?"
I mean, no one's here. It's just me.
Yeah. Okay, number 5. All right, next. Would you rather have a gay son or a thought daughter?
Who goes first?
It's me.
Fine.
So this is a tough one, not for the reason that you think
Oh,
it
come
is.
on. This is real easy.
I genuinely wouldn't care either way. I guess I have to pick a side, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or I have to pass. So,
and with adding to that, any two-parters you can repeat if you actually feel that
way.
Okay. So I guess I'll say that if you're promiscuous, that puts you in some more dangerous positions, perhaps. So purely based on nothing other than I have to have an answer in like the next 2 seconds, I'll say a gay son. But I genuinely couldn't care less. I just want, if I ever have a kid someday, for them to be healthy and happy, preferably. So couldn't care less either way. But for the purposes of this, I gotta pick one. That's the one I'll pick.
Well, daughter is gonna really be happy.
Again, I base this purely off like edge case.
You have a gay son, but he's not getting. It doesn't mean he's getting laid because he's gay. Daughter, if you want a healthy child, a happy child, I would have gone with daughter.
I would hope that either would be happy, regardless. But that's my answer, and I'm gonna stick with it because I could change 3-4 times over.
Your turn, Jose.
I mean, at first, like gay son, as long as he's the one like packing that shit in, if you know what I mean.
How could you
I would-
possibly have a preference? How
Yeah.
could that possibly have even
because
come into your mind?
because I would if I have a daughter, I'm gonna be fucking up all night every night. Like, where's my daughter doing? Who's she banging? Is she getting gang banged right now by 5 black dudes? I don't know.
Jesus.
But with a gay son, I only gotta worry about making sure he is the one packing that shit in, if you know what I mean. As
I
long
do
as
know
he's
what
not-
you mean, but I can't
as long-
imagine you
as long
actually.
as as long as he ain't the one receiving, I'm good to go. I'm gonna sleep easy. You know what I mean?
What does it matter if he is?
Well, I mean, if he is, it's all right. I'll still take the gay son over.
So why would you even go into it? Just be like the gay son. You
Well, I
gave the
mean,
whole
I'm
answer,
just giving.
and then said, "Also, I don't care."
I'm giving a genuine answer onto why I'd rather have a gay son than a daughter. But
All right, and then I'll say that to represent the daughter everywhere, life is probably not quite as complicated to navigate socially if you're in a heterosexual relationship, and so there's that. But again, that's an edge case, right? There's no right or wrong answer. The answer is both. I know that wasn't the right answer, so I played along. But the answer is both.
All right, we have 6 questions left. So let us make sure it's really good. Okay, here we go. Your next question. Number 11. Okay, I want you to name somebody who needs to gain weight. They're way too skinny. You need to gain some weight.
his name is that's easy. His name is Matt Brown.
What?
Matt Brown. This feels like a cheap answer.
Hey,
I don't think this
sure,
counts.
why not?
Well, Matt Brown's looking a little skinny nowadays.
Honestly, that's a fair. You could use me.
There
Put
you
us
go.
some weight.
We
Okay.
definitely turn us away. I like chubby Matt. I remember when Matt was chubby, sweetest guy in the world.
I've heard that before, but I can tell you why I don't need to be skinny Matt anymore. I mean, chubby Matt anymore. Maybe. Actually, I could be chubby again, but I have a little more, just better than I did back then. Maybe I just want
Time will tell, right?
Yeah. Ryan, who needs to gain some weight?
My dad does. He's been sick for a little while. He needs to start eating. So if you're listening, Dad, he does sometimes listen. Eat.
Awesome. You know, some of these cancers, you could say celebrities too. Like,
I mean,
oh, we can go with Jared Leto. That guy looks like a fucking crackhead walking down the street.
Excellent. Love you, Mr. Page. Next question. Here we go.
Love you
number
too,
5.
Mr. Jero.
Mr. Jero? I mean, Jared Leto? Did you
Mr.
combine?
You mean
his
Mr.
name?
Leto?
Yeah, Mr.
You
Leto.
combine the names Jared and Leto, put them together.
There you go. He's fucking weird. He's weird as hell. He like it.
He probably would. He's 51, by the way.
Yeah, he
Is he
looks
really?
like he's
That's
21.
insane, yeah.
There is something he's doing. Oh yes, I'm excited for this one.
All right, Ryan.
Have you ever sent a nude photograph?
Wow, this is so interesting. I would love to hear Ryan's answer.
You mean
Me too.
completely nude? Like,
Well,
It could be a nude.
do you mean like nude, like my whole body nude, or do you mean just the pic of the?
You know,
let's
like
be honest?
nudes, like nudes.
Nudes, yes.
Okay.
Oh shit! Look at you, Ryan. I never would have thought that.
We know.
I mean, so obviously everyone's like, "Oh, Ryan's the married one." Well, before Ryan was the married one, Ryan was dating. But yeah, that's all I'll say.
You probably still send something to your wife now and then while she's at work and just like spice it up a little bit.
I will
Take a
make
picture.
absolutely no further comment other than to say the words yes.
Jose, though I do think we know the answer. Have you ever sent a nude
Shit, I did one last night. What the hell? In the shower.
I will add, just since Jose gave a time frame, it has been a long time for me. So.
I think when you're online dating and you're meeting girls, it's like kind of a thing you have to do eventually after a while. Because if you haven't met in a couple of weeks, you kind of want to at least kind of get to the point if you ever meet up someone like on Tinder. So yes.
Yes, just don't put your face in it.
I
And
don't give a
I mean,
shit. I put my face.
I mean, it should be to people that you care about and that you're seeing and that want it. There's a whole bunch of caveats we can add besides don't put your face into it. It should be someone you
Seriously.
trust to
No, have you
hold
seen
your
there's so many
privacy in their
people
hands.
who take I don't get people who send nudes, put their face in it. Somebody's mad at you one day. It's like, you know what? Revenge.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
It should be
terrible.
Shit.
someone that you care about and trust and all that good stuff. Should be consensual. There are all sorts of things before. if we're giving advice, all sorts of things come before.
Oh, of
and
course.
also keep
Regardless,
your face out of it.
be-
That's the last bit. That's
first
the
things
last line
first.
of defense.
Make sure you have permission. No, no unsolicited nudes.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. If you have anybody listen that has had a nude from me before, you can plaster that all day long. I give two shits.
I bet the hackers have a field day with you when they send you those emails. You just
They
probably
probably-
respond, yes, please.
Yeah, game on.
Came on.
Oh man, I want him back so bad. He is like traveling the world apparently. So, well, I know. Apparently, I talked to him. He's in France right now.
Who
Oh,
is?
Kayvon.
Oh no, I said game on.
Oh, I think that Kayvon, our friend Kayvon.
But thinking about you, Kayvon. So there you go.
they were thinking about you while we're on talking
Oh
about
no,
nudes.
that's just Jose doing that. Only Jose put those two things together.
Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Okay, what's next, gentlemen, boys and girls? Or just dudes here. Okay, we got 5 questions to go. Wait, do we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Wait, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. Okay, 4 questions left. Here we go.
Man, I need Jose to pass that one. Jose, last one you should just pass so you get a lightning round anyway.
You almost had me.
Almost did.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
that 5 things. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Now, number 10. Name somebody who needs to lose weight.
That's easy.
Oh, who's first?
Who goes
me or
it?
Jose? I honestly don't remember.
I
Me
think
neither. Jose.
I think I'll go. Okay. His name is Kent Bertram. Tell him every day that fat ass needs to lose weight. He's a 40-some-odd-year-old man trying to go after 20-year-old people. Not with that gut. He looks like a fat Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Oh my god.
Shout out to my boy Kent Money.
Ryan.
He's got a nickname. Sorry.
Kent Money.
I could definitely serve to lose a few pounds. I'm gonna say Ryan Page, host, handsome, of course, still host of the Tweet Cap. He could probably stand to lose a few pounds according to medical science. So that's who I'm gonna go with.
Well, I totally lost my train of thought. Oh, yes. Ryan, our co-producer with here, Dolo, I showed him the Logitech. He was very happy. He said, my boy looking crisp and clean. 100 emoji.
Well, there you go. So maybe I don't need to lose weight. Maybe I just need to be on HD everywhere I go.
Makes a big difference. Makes a big difference. Okay. Here we go, everybody. Next question. Dun-up, dun-up. Okay. So, Jose, you're first on this one. Would you rather cheat on your girl or snitch on your friend?
That's a good one. What I'd rather do. Cheat on my girl. Snitch on my friend. That's easy, I guess. Cheat on my girl.
Bros before hoes. Ryan, your turn.
Well, when you pay lots and lots of money to have a vow in a church, the only right answer is snitch on your bro. But it genuinely would also be the right answer. You shouldn't cheat on your significant other ever. When you're married, especially, you're theoretically marrying your best friend. I know I did. So I don't see it as a bros before hoes situation because my wife is also my best friend.
That's
Ryan,
beautiful.
what you trying to tell? I'm trying to Ryan. You would actually not. You will snitch me and Matt out instead of cheated on your wife. It was that easy. Like cheat on your wife or snitch me and Matt out. What would you do? Snitch me and Matt out to the police or cheat on your wife?
What did you and Matt do? What did you and Matt do?
I don't even.
I think we bonded. We're getting a close bond that can last forever. You can get another wife anytime.
I'm just saying, what I would do genuinely is I would attempt to stop my co-hosts from doing whatever crime they wanted me to cover for them for. I would put myself in harm's way to stop the crime from happening, like a priest who can't give away what happened in confession. They have to just stop it themselves. That's what I would do. I would use the confessional method of the priesthood to try and stop the crime, and so I didn't have to be in that position to choose between the two.
That's where we're at, guys. That's where we're at. All right, we got 3 questions to go. Who's going to survive? Let's do it.
I'm first this time.
The number wheel, the number 18. What are the most embarrassing? Wait. All right, number 18. What are the most embarrassing symptoms you searched on WebMD?
The most embarrassing symptoms I've searched on WebMD. I've lost anyway. I would be in trouble if I shared. So I'm not going to. I'm just going to say pass.
Oh, pass from Ryan. A second pass. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, Jose's not going to pass. I'll be mad if Jose passes on any of these now. I'll be tight. But I think I made the right choice.
What's the most embarrassing symptoms you have researched, Jose, on WebMD?
I don't mind saying it, but let me just clarify. It's not about me. Per se. But I was with this girl. Okay. I was with this girl and whatever. Met her one night. She looked like what's that girl from the Jersey Shore?
Snooki?
No.
JWoww.
No, it starts with A.
Angela. I only know those two. Never watched the show.
JWoww and Snooki, the only ones. So one of the other non-JWoww ones.
What she looked like a little fat version of that one, a little pudgy version of one of them. So anyway, we were kind of doing our thing, whatever, and I started undressing her, and something kind of smelled a little funny. So I kind of confronted her about it a little bit, and she kind of told me, "Oh, you got herpes down there." So I started getting checked out checked online for symptoms and shit. Got mad nervous as fuck, but I'm all good. So
there you go.
Man, I don't have that question if you have an STI, but we will have to save that for another time.
Jose answered anyway.
I would have answered it.
I know you would have.
So the way this works now, since you're down by 2, we have 2 more questions. So as you know, if Jose answers this and Ryan doesn't, then we're good. So let us see where we go with this. Number 24. Hey, I wrote this specifically for this group, so we'll see if Jose actually passed on this. But Ryan, you'll go first here. What is the most genuine WWE wrestling moment?
The most genuine?
Yeah, like something that was like genuinely sweet or wholesome, whether it was real or kayfabe. What was like a genuine wrestling moment?
Gotcha. Kofi Mania. I think I've probably said that on this podcast before. I was there, so obviously that adds to it. But everyone in that stadium, I've never seen a group of people that big all want the exact same thing. Even that WrestleMania, we couldn't all agree on anything. Even Becky had detractors. I mean, I was cheering for Charlotte the whole time that night. But there was not a single person, for as talented as Daniel Bryan is, or Bryan Danielson is, there was not a single person in the state of New York or New Jersey, the states of New York and New Jersey, who wanted to see him beat Kofi Kingston. Like literally the entire tri-state area was in support of Kofi winning that match. And then it happened, and the New Day came out and celebrated. He celebrated with his kids. Again, wholesome out of the ring for how hard he worked all those years and finally reaching that moment. Wholesome in the ring because the story was amazing, and it was what people wanted on the stage. We wanted it. So Kofi Mania.
So, Jose, you want to throw Ryan a bow and keep the game going? Or are you going to answer this? The big wrestling fan.
I'll pass.
Pass.
Wow.
Okay, Jose's going to pass.
I'll pass. But everybody, the best moment ever is Guerrero winning the world title.
Guerrero?
Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, Guerrero. I think, yeah, that's actually a great answer. Well, when LA Knight and Cody win, that's going to be my answers.
Win what?
The titles. Is this for another pod?
He says, all right.
Okay. So we are on the final question. Well, I have a bunch of questions, but we'll see what the number spins. So again, if Ryan answers it and Jose doesn't, then we'll go to our first overtime.
Okay.
Or if Ryan doesn't answer it at all, Jose wins. So let's do it, guys.
A lot of pressure. I'm first, I assume, because the
Yes,
game
you will be
hinges
first here.
on what I do.
All right, here we go.
Oh boy, I don't love that.
So I got this. I was listening to this song, and I don't know why I put this in. So Ryan, you have to answer this question. And
Sure.
Jose, is it gay if it's in a three-way?
No, if there's a honey in the middle, there's some leeway.
Got him.
That's my answer. I'm locking in. So Jose.
Jose,
ahead.
is it gay if it's in a three-way, or are you gonna pass for overtime?
No, it is gay because you're touching swords with another dude.
Well, Jose could have let that one go. And with that, Jose, you win Topic Thunder. You are the first two-time champion. Jose, how does it feel?
Amazing. Can't wait for my trophy.
Yes, we will provide that. Ryan, you played a hard-fought game as well.
I would say literally carried me to this final question. But I will say I am historic in that I am the first person to go 0-2 in Topic Thunder. And I do find it interesting that I've still shared far too much about me and I lost. So there we go.
Well, it's not too late, Ryan.
Losing this game. It comes with the added benefit or added issue of you've still told people too much about you. TMI still very much happened, but just not as much TMI. So you've and everybody knows everything about you. This is a tough game. I people should come on and play this more. This is not as easy as it looks.
We are gonna do this some more, especially once the football season ends. We'll have some more time at this, and you guys, if you just want to be there to watch, that'd be even fun. But yeah, that will wrap this up. Ryan, oh no, right? Okay, you're back. But seriously, great job, Ryan. Great job, Jose. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you next week. And it's going to be a very good show. And we have one more month of 2023, so let's make the most of it, guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.
See you guys.
Yeah.